Okay, hello guys. Into here. Welcome to my channel. I I'm doing this video. I have something to do here, like something to talk about. I'm doing this video after the season 3 patch notes came out. So I am really upset about this, about all the season 3 changes they did. So I'm here doing this video because I want you guys to know what it means to me, really, like what really means to me going back to basics. What I mean by this is what I want what I want Bandai to do. So season 3 don't kill the game, although they already killed it. But I think we have some sort of window to recover it, like to not let it die completely. So, what I mean by this, the first point is overall changes with heat system. I have a lot of points here. In this point, I have some micro points. So first, what I want to talk about is the way that heat completely works. If you don't know, heat is a state in the game that fucking powers you up the entire round. The entire round. So this specifically is what I wanted them to change. I think it shouldn't be a thing for the entire round. I think heat and the meter should be something for the entire match. So you have one bar, one heat bar. You consume your heat bar at the beginning of the match, at the first round. And throughout the entire match, you need to hit your opponent, uh, punish your opponent, block some punches, take some punches, and you will you will start gaining bar throughout the entire match. So then you use your heat at the first round, but if you say, let's say if you win like you do a 3-0, you should be able to use your heat at the first round and then on the third round, and maybe at the end of the third round. So you shouldn't be able to use heat the entire round or the entire match. Just some points at the match, you should be able to use your heat system. So that's one change I think they should do. The other one is about heat smash. Keep notice that if they don't do the first change I talked about, like the change to the heat, that you should be able to use it once or maybe twice, 3 times if the match is too long in the whole match. If they don't do this and heat remains the same, they should change all the heat smashes in the game. What I do mean by this? So the heat smashes that end on block and transitions into a stance, they should be all high. They should be a high, and you should be able to duck it. Okay, so you use your heat, it's a high, so the defender, they have an option to duck the heat, and you are now punishable. But if you don't duck it, you you as the defender end up in a 50-50 situation with a tons of negative frames in your disadvantage, you know. So it's more knowledge check, yeah, I know, but that's the thing with Tekken. The thing with Tekken is that Tekken has always been a knowledge check game. So you need to lab the game in order to understand the game. So yeah, like Azucena's hit smash. The hit smash, it's a high, but you enter in Libertador with, I don't know, +8. Now you have tons of plus frames, but your hit smash is a high, so the defender can actually duck it, and they have a fucking defensive option. That should be one thing. The other thing is the hit smash that they don't transition into a stance. They should remain a mid option, okay, a mid pun, a mid hit smash, but they all should be at least minus 13. They should not be, even though I think minus 13 is the overall, like, the balancing wise option, like the best option. If you don't want to completely destroy the mid hit smashes, that I completely understand, that you can just remove some frames, like make it safe but not advantageous, like make them -8, -9, something like you cannot sidestep. You need to fucking leave your turns, give the turn to the rival, because you gambled with a high pressure tool that should do, like, they do a tons of damage. A lot of them, they break the floor, they break the wall, so you have now a combo. So yeah, you have a lot of reward out of a single two bottom input. So you should be punishable at least, or at least you shouldn't be your turn. Okay, so I have another thing about hit dashes. Oh boy. So why in the world hit dashes make a completely unsafe move into a safe plus move? Why? Why is Alice's? I think it's forward 2-1. I think it's the clearest example I have in mind right now. Why is Alice's forward 2-1? I think is the input. It's a mid hit engager that's -13 on block without heat. But if you have heat and you do a hit dash, now you are +5. Why is that a thing? Why? Like, why? Fuck you, Bandai, fuck you. Like, that should not be +5. If you want, add 5 frames to the advantage. Like, instead of being -13, now that she uses hit dashes, she is -8 because she is 5 frames with more advantage. Like, she has more advantage. You are not punishable now. What more advantage do you want? Like, fuck you, man. That's one thing. That's one thing. Okay? I think that should be all to the... by the way, low hit smashes should all be launch punishable. -16. They should all be -16 launch punishable. I do think that's a needed change. So, second point. I think I'm done with the hit system. Second point. Restructured character identities. What I mean by this? Why in the fucking world does Lee, that's even though they say in the patch notes that Lee is a keep out character, Lee is not a keep out character. You play Lee like you were a fucking monkey and you just spam bullshit in front of the face, that rival face. So why in the fucking world it's a character like that that's supposed to have a strong offensive tools and a lot of pressure? Why does he has to do 110 damage minimum per combo? Like, why? That should not be a thing. What I mean by character identities is like Farang, example. should not have high combo damage. The perfect example of this kind of character is Feng. Even though Feng has a lot of 50-50 bullshit I hate too, because they made it dumb in this game, at least Feng doesn't do 200 damage every time he launches me. And remarkable, he has like 70 launchers, so thank God, in all his 70 launchers, he doesn't do like 130 damage. Like, thank fucking God. Because that's a good stuff. That's what they should do with all the characters. If a character is good in the mix-ups, if a character is good with rushdown, he or she shouldn't be able to completely obliterate my health every time I fucking lose our interaction. Like that shouldn't be a thing. That's what I mean with restructure of character identities. Maybe a character like Brian, example, Brian. Brian, it's a good character to have high combo damage because it's a keep out character, or he should be a keep out character with high and strong counter hit launchers tools. So if you have a good character with counter hit launcher tools, yeah, you should be able to fucking take all my health, bro, because you're punishing me for trying to be a monkey, and that's okay because your character is like that. But then if Brian is like that, and he can do that with almost every launcher, by the way, that I think that's dumb. A character shouldn't be able to do 120 with all his launchers. Like, what the fuck? Even though I think that's dumb, at least Brian like should do that. But they fucking obliterate his entire identity because they made him a rushdown 50-50 monster. So Brian is a god now. Oh well, he was in season 2, but I think that's an example. I know Brian is nerfed now, but even though that's an example, I'm trying to do an example here. I need character identities back. I need that because that fucking sucks. It sucks to play this game, and all the matches I fucking get in online ranked, I don't know, whatever. Every time I load up a match, and every character that boots up there, like every picture that loads in there as my enemy, I'm always saying, "Fuck! I hate this character." Why? That shouldn't be a thing too. And I think almost the majority of the players feel this way because we all hate to fight all the characters in this game because they all the same bullshit. It's so boring. They are all 50-50 bullshit in your face and you'd not be able to do anything. So yeah, I think we all feel the same, so you all get it. Point number 2, done. We need to talk about frame advantage, man. This is outrageous. I know they have been delivering a little bit of changes right now, but at least they do something. I mean, Clive, they nerfed some of his frames, but they also buffed him, so I don't know what the fuck are they doing. They nerf Anna, that's good, but then same, like the frame advantage are just too low. The frames are just too low. Like the frame advantage are too high, and with higher frames, what I mean with this is that we need more punishable attacks. What I think is wrong with the attack in this game is like it's so easy to attack because you have no risk doing so with the majority of the characters. Like you can just attack, and do pressure, and you don't receive any type of punishment for it. And if you do, it's a 10 frame punishment, so you like kind of don't care about that because it's a 10 frame punishment. So yeah, there should be higher frames. There shouldn't be any type of low that's plus on hit. What the fuck is Leo about? Like, hello? Why is Leo having a fucking low in stance that put him on stance that's +5, bro? Hello? Why Huaran has a homing low that puts him on right flamingo and he's +2? No, there shouldn't be a fucking thing, bro. What's up, bro? Like, if it's a low, it should be fucking negative, bro. You're doing a move that's super fast, and you're poking the shit out of your opponent, and you also on plus, bro. What the fuck is that? That should be negative, like other seconds, man. Fucking high like fucking down two of Dragonov's one down two. Bro, Dragonov's 1-2, 1-2 down two is the best example, man. Like that's a fast 20 frames low that put him into crouching state, and it's -1, bro. Like that's the thing. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I want. Why? Like why there are lows that are plus on hit? Man, that's so fucked up in this game. It's stupid. It's stupid. Okay. I'm sorry I'm doing a rush down here because I want to do this video. I want to release this video so fast because I want Bandai to actually see it. Okay? Remove ease of execution. Why the fuck are we having ease of execution in Devil Jin? Why is Devil Jin going easier to execute on combos? Why is Shaheen getting buffs to his execution on combos? Why is that happening? Why? You are removing again thing of the character identity. Okay, Shaheen was a simple character, but to do some of the hard combos, you need to have good execution. You need to actually train the character and get him to the max level. But now you don't need to do that. So fuck off, man. Why? Why are we doing this? Okay. Last point. I think the most important point of all. I want chip damage to be completely removed from the game. I want chip damage to be completely removed from the game. If you are doing what you did with Alyssa right now in this season 3 patch notes, I could argue with the fact that now Alyssa's identity is a heavy poke character that cheats you out. So I could argue that you remove chip damage from everyone except Alyssa. Because Alyssa, her identity is to chip you out. I get that. Okay, cool. Now, that's character identity. You have one character in the roster that chips you out. Maybe 2 or 3 characters with a super heavy attack. But why the fuck is Cannon from Brian QCB1 doing chip damage? Why is on hit every attack doing chip damage? Why is chip damage a thing in this game? I don't think chip damage should be in this game anymore. I think they should remove it because chip damage is completely trash. It just makes you and force you to play offensive because you can't play defensive, because if you're playing defensive you are dying. It's one of the only games, I think the only game in the fighting game history that punishes you because like punishes you for defending. I don't get it. Like, why are you trying to make Tekken a defensive game into an offensive game? You are rewriting entirely the identity of this game. This game is a defensive game. It's not an aggressive game. Even though it was at some point in some games, it still was defensive in some way. This game is not defensive at all because chip damage exists. You can't be defensive because you're dying all the time. Like, you saw that, right? Okay. Why? Why is this doing 5, 10 chip damage? Why is this a thing? Why? Another one. Why is that doing 10 chip damage? Why is Knee being punishable because he is defending? Why? This monkey is here because no, it's not a monkey, okay? Because Among Us is super good, but that's not what I meant. I meant monkey by the character itself, because it plays like a monkey with shotgun. Why is that monkey with shotgun able to do this shit? You are blocking that shit, okay? And you get it shipped out. Why? Why you're getting shipped out? It's so dumb. It's so stupid. I don't get it. I don't get what this is a thing. They should remove. Why is a hit dash? Oh, the thing. Yeah, I remembered. Hit dashes. Hit dashes should not chip damage. I mean, chip damage should be removed entirely. Even though it's a hit dash, even though I hate it. I hate it. I hate this. I hate this direction. I hate everything about the chip damage itself. Why is Brian Incinerator doing 50? No, not 50. My bad. 15 chip damage or 5 chip damage. Why is this guy being punished for blocking, bro? Okay, if you're not going to remove it completely out of the game, make it an identity for a type of character. Alisa, maybe Safina with her Azazel powers. It's a fucking monster, like fucking monster claw, so maybe it should chip damage you a little bit. Like stuff that makes sense. Anna's blast, like shotgun blasts, should chip damage, yeah, because it's a fucking shotgun or a bazooka. I don't fucking know. I think it's a bazooka. I don't know what they did. Fuck you. Or yeah, Alisa's chainsaw. Yeah, she should be able to do chip damage. Clive's sword should do chip damage. Yeah, sure. It's a fucking sword. It's a fucking sword, bro. Yeah, it should do chip damage. But things that make sense, bro. Things that make sense. Not that shit. Not that shit I just watched right now. Not that shit I just watched right now. Long. Take that, bitch. Let's see it again. Let's see it again. Oh. Plum, take that, bitch. Fucking plus frame. Fucking plus. Keep in mind, I'm not doing a character-based list right now. I don't care if it's Eddie, but every single character in this game has something like this. Plus frame into crouching 50-50 bullshit with 10 chip damage done to me. Why? Because you fucking pressed back. No, I want you gone entirely. I want this shit gone entirely. I want chip damage gone. So yeah, that's all for this. I think these changes to do the work should fix Tekken 8, and it should bring back Tekken to its glory. I think I think with these changes, Tekken would be again the game that we all loved at some point of our lives. I miss you a lot, Tekken, because I fucking loved, even though season one was trash. I loved season one because this Tekken is so good. Like like game wise, it's so good. The fucking graphics are insane. The moves are super cool. The everything is super good in this game, except for the gameplay. So that's why I need this stuff to change. And I think you all will agree with me. This will bring back Tekken to its glory. We will enjoy Tekken again with these changes. So hopefully Bandai watches this. Hopefully I have some feedback about you guys. What do you think? What do you think about this? All these changes I'm proposing, and leave it on the comments. Let me know. Yeah, I will try to hashtag Bandai here. Hopefully they will see this shit. Thank you all for listening. Bye bye.